Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to Cruising with Kim and Jen. And today we're going to be talking about things to do on a cruise. There are so many things to do on a cruise, and people say, don't you get bored? No, absolutely not. You can be on the Lido deck, hang out, you can go swimming on the Lido deck or in the aft of the ship like right here. There's also different things to do inside the ship. As you can see, there are games inside of the ship. All the different ships laid out different. And we're going to be kind of cross-comparing Carnival, Royal Caribbean, as well as Celebrity. Now what we're looking at right now is the Carnival ship. And this is a great place to kind of hang out on the ship. There's also lots of deck parties. The deck parties are lots of fun. This happens to be an 80s deck party. That's not your thing, you can go inside and play Deal or No Deal or bingo as well. They have lots of games to play inside the ship, so you don't always have to be outside. However, if you do want to be outside, again, they have lots of deck parties. They can be in the daytime as well as the evening. This happens to be an afternoon deck party where they're getting everybody in on all the fun. That's not your thing, you can go to the casino. Kim and I love the casino. That's another way that you can hang out. Now, another one of Kim and I's favorites, they are going to be movies under the sea or under the stars. And they are absolutely fantastic. It's like going back to the drive-in movie. So you can see different movies every single night. I would say Carnival is probably the best one for this, as they usually have the big screen and they show multiple different movies every single day. Now, if you don't want to see a movie, you can always go to the show. There's lots of different styles of entertainment. I mean, these big ships, the mega ships, are becoming very extreme with all their entertainment, and it's fantastic. Don't forget, you can always set sail and wave goodbye to the other ships when you're at the port. That's always a fun thing to do, as you're hanging over the ship and then waving goodbye. Another show in the evening, you can see how up close you can get to the presenters. It's absolutely phenomenal. This is ice skating. Royal Caribbean has ice skating as well as the Central Park. Central Park is a beautiful place on a lot of their mega ships where you can stroll around, and this is on the ship. You can stroll around in Central Park the day, and then this is an evening view. Lots of trees, and it's just so relaxing. Now, if you don't want to relax, they also have on Royal Caribbean, they have a ball drop, just like New Year's Eve. So close to midnight, they will release the balloons and a party begins. And that's a lot of fun, and that's usually on the promenade deck. Now, you can also go out on the boardwalk. The boardwalk is an open air area, has different things to do out there. It has rock climbing and dry slides as well as a carousel. Now, during the daytime, they have so many scheduled events where you can play volleyball, basketball, pickleball, so many outdoor events that there's always something going on. If that's not your style, then you can go in the solarium. The solarium is a covered area and usually has a little bit cooler temperatures in there where they have some air blowing in there. And it's beautiful because you can just lay out there and overlook the ocean, especially on a sea day. Now, in the evening, this is on Harmony of the Seas, another Royal Caribbean ship. You can see that big purple abyss slide is what it's called. That is a dry slide where you can slide where you do not get wet. But we were sitting out in the evening and we were watching some sports. And they have great big screens where you can watch the games out in the open air. Now, they also have, Royal Caribbean has lots of Broadway shows. This happens to be Grease. We were watching Grease on Harmony of the Seas, and all their different great big ships have different shows that you are absolutely fabulous to attend. Now, another thing that we like to do, and this is if you've cruised for several times, you may want to try some specialty restaurants. This is Giovanni's. Italian, and those were our desserts. This is Isumi Hibachi, which is fabulous. Another rather restaurant, specialty restaurant, is Wonderland, and this is based on Alice in Wonderland. And this is a really, really fun, kind of a specialty restaurant. I mean, it has all different, flavors of food and different profiles, and they base things on land, sea, air, and you can see here the chocolate, how it's melting. They have things that they smoke different foods. It's just kind of a magical event, and they don't have very big seating, so it makes it more intimate and kind of a fun thing to do, for your family. Now, another thing that we did is we went to the attic. The attic is really fun on Royal Caribbean. This is a place where you can go see comedians, but on some nights they have a smaller area right there where you can go and play bingo. Now, this is the Aqua Show. The Aqua Show is outside. This is where we were watching those big screen, the football and basketball, all of the different games. And Aqua Shows, they are absolutely incredible. I don't know how these people, dive up there, from the very small platforms. This is a salute to all of the Navy, Army, Marines, and it's our Heroes Tribute, which is a wonderful thing to go to, and it's usually halfway through your cruise. Another thing you can do is rock climbing. Rock climbing is just one of the many things you can do on Royal Caribbean, as well as most all of the cruises have a jogging track. Now, I love Royal Caribbean's jogging track. It's usually right off the promenade, which is going to be on deck 5, and then you can walk. It's covered, and it goes around to the aft of the ship, which is the very back of the ship. This is one of my favorite spots. I think it's so nice. You're close to the water. It's just very quiet. It's a fun place to kind of go and hang out. This is showing Harmony of the Seas, that Abyss dry slide again. And you can see Wonder of the Seas has the same thing. And, many of the Royal Caribbean ships have the dry slide, which is a lot of fun. What you're doing now is you're looking back at the opposite direction of the boardwalk, which you can see at night is so calm and quiet. Back to the casino. The casino is another one of our hot spots. Here's the Heroes Tribute Bar. This is on the Carnival ships. I believe this one, I can't remember if this was Sunrise. I think it was Sunrise. But Mardi Gras, all of the ships have these Heroes Tribute Bars. They're really nice. I mean, you can go in there. It's kind of like a sports bar, but it's just a tribute to all of our heroes and the people in the armed services. Another show that you can go to at night. Now, these shows change nightly, and that's why we're showing so many of them, just to kind of give you a feel of all the different types of shows. You can see the big blue X there. That means we're on a celebrity ship. This happens to be Celebrity Reflection. You're looking at the Lido deck during the daytime and now at night. Isn't this spectacular? It's so calm and serene out there at night. So a totally different vibe. However, don't let that fool you, because if you go inside, then they have the silent disco. Now, if you've never been to a silent disco, you can see the headphones, how they have either blue, red, some people have green lights on. You're listening to different music, and everybody's singing and dancing to their particular music. It's just as fun to watch as it is to participate in. I mean, this is just a really fun event. You don't hear all the music unless you put on the headphones, but you see everybody dancing and hanging out. Now, Celebrity, like all the other cruise lines, they have specialty restaurants, and I would say they have one of the top specialty restaurants. It's called La Petite, and it is exclusive for Celebrity. And Kim and I went to La Petite and enjoyed it immensely. I mean, it has a whole story. It's a 2-hour dinner that is absolutely incredible. The food is incredible, the storyline's incredible, and it's just a whole lot of fun. And so I would strongly recommend that. Now, another thing that you could do is don't forget the buffet. The buffet is a wonderful place to go. If you can't make up your mind, or if you don't like what the main dining room is serving that night, say it has the Mexican flair, but you were kind of wanting roast or chicken or something like that, go to the buffet. Almost all the buffets are really well-rounded foods. They have salads. You can see this happens to be Icon of the Seas. They have seafood on all of their buffets, and so it's a pretty spectacular, buffet that they put on. One of the other things you can do is you can go outside and just hang out at the pools. I mean, the pools are usually they have multiple pools, and a lot of people will just hang out on them for just a short bit and then they'll get back out. The solarium is one of our other favorite places to go. I mean, if you don't want to get wet and you just kind of want to see the ocean and just sit and rest, I mean, there's just so many things to do on these cruise ships. And so this is why we wanted to kind of put this together, just showing all the different locations that you can just chill. You can be in the sun. You don't have to be in the sun. Now we're back on Royal Caribbean. Royal Caribbean, they have entertainment in some of their elevators. This is the Piano Man. He's called the Elevator Piano Man, and if you get on his elevator, he actually performs. Royal Caribbean also has parades. They usually have 2 parades on a 7-day sailing, which is a lot of fun. This is Icon of the Seas. Now this ship is so huge, you can just wander around the ship and go to different locations all day long. The lime and the coconut, they have several different floors to the lime and the coconut, or you can go swimming. I love some of these pools now on these mega ships because, as you can see, this ship has over 7,000 people on it, but it's not crowded. And if you can see, they have different levels to their pool. I love the pools where they have the chairs in there or they have benches, and so you can just kind of sit and hang out. Now they also have rock concerts on almost all of the cruise lines. Now Royal Caribbean also has children's ice skating shows, which are a lot of fun to be able to watch. I mean, even as adults, we enjoyed this immensely, and so I would strongly recommend going to all of the ice skating shows. Now, some of these ships, they have roller coasters now. Carnival has roller coasters, as well as they have bumper cars. They have all different things. So make sure you are on the correct ship, the ship that's right for you. This one has Thrill Island. This ship in particular, Icon of the Seas, is very heavy with the activities. I mean, they have rock climbing, they have ropes that you can swing out over the water, they have multiple different water slides, as you can see here, some of them that are very long and they flash and they have different strobe lights and all different things. So the moral of this is you pick the right ship for you. You'll pick a ship as active as you want to be or as least active as you want to be. Now, there are always different calming spots on every ship, just like this is the same ship that has Central Park, and Central Park is very relaxing. I hope you've enjoyed this.